Hi, everyone. Welcome. And I'm Man from Let's Recover Online. Today we have Jazz Bowen again, wonderful therapist that I've known for many years. Jazz has a very interesting website called fasttracktechnique.com, where she's developed a system of uncovering and discarding through your energy work things that block you from being your potential, reaching your full potential. So together with Jazz, we want to offer a workshop to help people uncover some of the blocks from childhood that leads to addiction. And Jess is going to be kindly offering it for free. So today we're just going to talk about this workshop, what we hope to achieve, who can join, who is what will be interesting for you to uncover, and what you can expect from the workshop. Over to you, Jess.
Thank you, Man. So this is very exciting because I use a system that I've created myself, which bypasses the conscious mind. The conscious mind is what you think. And if you think about what you think, I think you'll all agree with me that you change your thoughts. We all change our thoughts 100 times a day, but we give a lot of power to what we think. In this system that I've created, I'm able, using muscle testing, to bypass the conscious mind and what you think is a problem and go deeply into the subconscious, where those traumas that have created your problem are being remembered. And they're being remembered in the vibration of how they happened. And your subconscious remembers everything that you've ever experienced, everything you've seen, smelled, tasted, and it remembers it in the energy of how it happened, and it gets stuck there. So when somebody says to me, oh, you know, that happened when I was 5, but I got over it, I'm like, well, I wonder, did you get over it, or did you just push it off to one side where it's still vibrating away and waiting to be acknowledged so it can release? So in this system, I'm able to help people with what is particularly relevant for them. So what's going to happen in this workshop, I have no idea, because it depends who shows up. But what we will be looking at is a general topic of childhood trauma.
Okay.
And that, of course, we've all been children. We've all experienced trauma or negativity, things, it might be a big trauma, it might be a small trauma, but we've all experienced that. And my belief and why it's so, I think it's so relevant for your clients and your following, Man, is because many people who are addicts or addicted to a way of being, it happened in early childhood. And the chosen substance or way of being was something that they picked up in later life to numb the pain of that childhood trauma. So we will be looking at the individuals that show up for this workshop, so it will go deep.
Right. And I know that you have some tools with fast track technique. Could you show one of your tools? Like, I think there's one that is about conflicts, about emotions.
Yes. So as an experienced therapist, I've been working with energy since 2002, I recognize that everybody's different, but we all have similar stories, different details, but similar stories. And so what I did when I created this system was I made cards for the different situations that most people have. So they're like guidelines. So we have a card here that represents trauma. Now, if that is being remembered in your subconscious, using my system, I can find out this trauma. I can find out where it is in your body. And better than all of that, I can release the physical memory of that trauma so it isn't there. Other aspects, as you say, we have conflict. Now, interesting conflict. Is that internal conflict? Is that a conflict that you have with yourself, about yourself? Or is it about conflict that's going on the outside that you're backing away from? Another very, very valuable card is, so I share them this way up.
Yeah.
And this is about beliefs, generally limiting beliefs, programs, responses, and behavior patterns. Now, when those are being remembered, one thing, when you think a thought and you think it often enough, it will become a belief, right? When you believe that, it becomes a program that runs. And when that program runs, it brings in a behavior response. So on this card, we can find out whether you have a belief, a program, a response, or a behavior pattern connected to your addiction and kick it out. And better still, replace it with something that is more useful and supportive of who you are now.
Interesting. Okay. I hope that we'll get the. I mean, we'll definitely have a lot of people who are interested. I already know some friends who are in the recovery field that would be interested. So I look forward to doing this workshop with you and to helping people uncover and discard some of these beliefs.
And one last thought. When we do this work, and I think all addicts know that they have a higher self, right?
Yes.
It's part of your program.
Yes.
When we do this work, your higher self shows up. Your higher self right now, if you're watching this, is saying, you go and sign up for that. And your higher self will bring you to my workshop because we work with the higher self.
Right.
Your higher self knows who you are, why you're here, and what you need. And this system will help you to make that shift so you can be more of who you are without all that programming and behaviors and responses. So it's fun. It's very, very interesting. There's a kind of a mystery because you're waiting to see, oh, well, what's there for me?
Yes.
I think you'll enjoy it.
Thank you so much, Jazz.
My pleasure.
Much. And I'll send out all the information and people can know more about who you are through your website.
Great.
Fast Track Technique. And thank you so much, everyone. Thanks, Jazz.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye. Bye. Stop.